was my pairs that just came in. So I'm hoping I can hold off on the turnips to see if someone's got a really good price. But I think I'll regret that later. Because other than the 626 you had that one time, 190 was the highest I saw.
Friends, welcome to Chapter 14 of Corsairport. I'm joined by our 4 regular members who will be playing their regular characters times 2. We've got conorhughes here. I can't keep up with what he's doing. Who knows what he's doing now?
I mean, I can't even keep up.
All our presenters pointer. Yeah, let's do that. You know, a lot has happened over the last week. The incident, but also Animal Crossing has come out. What's something else that happened? Bannerlord has come out. Half-Life Alyx has come out. I don't even know when we're gonna get to Half-Life Alyx. I got
Frosthaven launched on Kickstarter. That was pretty big.
Oh right, the Gloomhaven follow-up.
Yeah.
I played Kingdom Death Monster with Cotton and Pondo last night, and I've never seen them hate something more.
Just the visuals of Kingdom Death make me not want to like it. But
I want to tell you a story about the visuals of Kingdom Death Monster. So before I played it for the first time, I'd heard and seen of it before, and so someone was like, yeah bro, I play Kingdom Death Monster, and I was like, that's the game with all the large-breasted female monsters, and they were like, what? No. And so I googled Kingdom Death Monster, and literally the first entry is like Satania, which is a huge-breasted succubus, and I was like, look right here. Let me share my screen with you real quick. This is, you Google Kingdom Death Monster, this is the first image that shows up. And they're like, what? That's so weird. But it turns out Kingdom Death Monster isn't about fighting big titty succubus. It's about slicing the balls off of white lions and dying horribly in the process. Because that's the only thing I've ever done, is those two things. My teammates abandoned me and purposely sacrificed me. That hurt. And it was my own community. It's my own Discord community that did it to me. It wasn't just random people. It was people I know. It was painful. So painful. I have to buy new Joy-Cons for my Switch, and I didn't realize they're still $80, which makes me wonder, why the hell are they so expensive? And I already have a Switch. What do I need these fucking Joy-Cons for? Maybe if they worked. Alright, is there anything else I can complain about? The weather's not so great. I jammed something in the barrel of my gun while I was cleaning it, and now the armor is like, yeah, that was dumb. And I was like, well, thanks for making me feel better, bud. And they were like, I can't fix this in 5 minutes. You're gonna have to leave it here overnight and possibly for a week or more. And I'm like, this is the one point in my life where I really don't want to leave my rifle with someone else.
I was gonna say, now in this time of crisis, you are defenseless.
No, I have other guns. I have several other guns. I have more guns than I'd care to admit at this point, but none of them have the punch power of a rifle. So
I'm always kind of surprised that we are not kicked out of the state of Arkansas for owning 0 guns. Well, every morning they don't come to our house and make us leave the state or force us to purchase guns. I am shocked.
I have to tell you, I believe that now would be the perfect time to buy a shotgun.
I thought they were no longer really available because they were all bought out.
I think it's California where they banned buying guns. And you know what? Normally when I see people go on Second Amendment on something, I'm like, okay, all right, crazy people who need like 15 million guns. But now in the middle of the incident, if they're like, we're not selling you guns, I'm like, this is a bad sign. Fuck you, give those people those guns. People buying guns now are not the crazy people who buy guns. The crazy people who buy guns already have like 50 of them in the gun locker.
Right, and 4 over the side of their boat, ready to go. If people say, if people come try taking them.
Don't make fun of that, okay? I want to tell you, I'm strongly considering. Look, the new month is coming up. I'm gonna wait a week. I'm gonna start looking for used cars and a nice used sailboat, 27 to 29 feet in length. Because if things get really bad, I'd love to have that sailboat, and I need a new car. And I think in about a week or so, prices are going to be incredibly low because everyone's going to be desperately selling in order to pay their bills. So I know that's a bit vulture-ish, but you know, I got problems too, like needing a new car. You know, speaking of vultures, let's talk to... I don't know who to go with that. My instincts are Connor or Mick. Let's just go with Connor.
I was definitely going to say Mick there.
What? I'm not
Who
a
would you say,
vulture.
Mick?
I'm more like a hyena.
Wow, that's a... Okay, interesting choice.
Still a scavenger, yet I laugh.
Okay.
With vulture, I would definitely go with Connor.
What about Connor makes you think he's more vulture-y than you?
Because I imagine he swoops very effectively. You don't really notice him until the shadow passes over you, and then BAM! He strikes out of nowhere.
How many times has he swooped you?
I mean, he swoops me all the time. Here I am, just trying to sit in my stream and draw, and he swoops in, and with his, immense amount of more talent than me, he just, steals everything. Everything I've ever loved or wanted, he takes.
I mean, I will be sneaky in your stream, that's for sure. But I mean, is it really sneaky? I mean, anyone is that sneaky. There's no special skill to that.
That is true, I suppose. Who has the grossest neck? That would be vulture territory then.
I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It depends on how much hair you have. I think I probably have slightly more hair on my neck. Qualify me as neckbeard, the appropriate neckbeard. Anywho.
Yeah, Connor, what do you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, just not much happened this weekend or in this week, really. Just working on the comics. And I guess Bannerlord came out, and it's pretty fun. Today I've had my insides torn in and out, so I've been sort of running to the bathroom constantly. So I haven't really been doing much.
That sounds terrible, Connor.
Yeah, it wasn't
I had
great.
a day, and that makes me feel bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah. Other than that, kind of.
Here you are, a diehard.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this is that good ish right here.
This is worth the sacrifice.
So, Rob, how's your week?
Uneventful, but I worked on a little bit of my world building map stuff. Those are up on my Instagram, and I was working on my website, so that's going to launch maybe tonight, and then I'll get back to drawing stuff and doing more interesting things. And Cotton, how was your week?
My week was fine. I didn't really do anything exciting. I'm a little sleepy still. My work decided to finally do something about the incident and shorten their hours by an hour and a half.
As often as we are told you were sick by AP, I just kind of assumed you would be the Midwest Typhoid Mary for the incident. But surprisingly, that does not seem to be the case.
Wow.
Yeah, Mick, that's a real bold statement. That's also not how viruses work, but...
Listen, here in real America, we don't believe in viruses or science of any kind.
Wow. I just want to check in and say that my Discord channel is downvoting me because I said no April Fool's jokes. So they can fuck off. I'm very, very upset about April Fool's jokes. They make me very unhappy. Cotton, you can close your island, by the way. Just in case you didn't notice, Cotton and I are playing Animal Crossing, and I just sold a shit ton of money on Cotton's island.
Can I sell cherries on your island?
I will open my island up momentarily.
Sweet.
It'll take like 3 minutes. I need to pick up every tool I've ever used.
Did you see my house?
I did not. I apologize. I was trying to get in and out as quickly as possible before the stream started.
That's fair.
I promise I'll visit next time.
I'm not even like, what is Animal Crossing? Like, what is the game?
You ever play Stardew Valley?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know how. I have no words for how to explain it to you then.
So you move to a remote island, and you have to help the island thrive by planting flowers and picking. You can like get money by like picking fruit and fishing and catching bugs, and you're supposed to draw more villages to the island, but all the villages are little animals. They move in and make the island
populous.
I have a rabbit who's a pink rabbit who's a ninja. I also have a well-dressed Italian opera singer and anteater. And tomorrow I'm getting a squirrel in a superhero outfit. This is all very normal in Animal Crossing. It's not weird.
I have a white rabbit in a pink dress, and I also have the well-dressed anteater. I have an octopus who has a sucker stick on his head. And tomorrow I'm getting a buff tiger.
There are a lot of buff people in this game. I don't really understand.
That is the animal I would pick for Connor more than the vulture thing.
Really? Buff tiger?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Buff tiger. Yeah.
Follow-up question. What about Connor makes you think of buff tigers?
I mean, have you seen those shoulders? It just screams like I've never seen Connor from the collarbone down, but from the collarbone up makes me think he's incredibly buff. Tigers, majestic, smooth, silken.
So you're saying he's got the dad bod?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Just want to understand where you're coming from.
For the record, much more sloth-like than tiger.
You know, I know a lot of people that describe themselves as sloth-like.
Really?
Yeah. Pondo describes himself as sloth-like as well. So much so I asked Cotton to draw Pondo as a sloth.
If you have a sloth move into your island, will you name it Pondo?
No, I already have someone named Pango.
You can't name them. They come with names and their own personalities and stuff.
Yeah, their names are terrible.
I have
mostly.
a bear named Poncho, though.
I thought there was actually a character named Pondo on your island, Cotton.
No, it's Poncho.
Really? Because when AP was on your island, I saw there was Pondo.
Poncho. It's
Really?
very similar.
Okay.
One letter difference. His name is Poncho.
Okay. Well, 2-letter difference.
Well, you know, his name's Poncho.
Right.
I'm tired. Similar name, but yeah. He's a little blue bear, and he likes to lift weights in the middle of town. And I have to make my octopus leave as soon as I open the KK concert or whatever. Because he told Ruby that she could never be a singer, and that's just rude.
Wow. Why would he say that? I've never seen them talk to each other.
I've seen them talk to each other, and Ruby was like pouting. So I talked to her, and she's just like, yeah, Zucca told me that I can't be a singer because you have to be born with it. And I wasn't born with it. I was like, that's mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to kick him off my island, but I want that concert.
So much drama. All my people do is Naruto run at each other with sticks and fight. Or go fishing together. They've never said mean things about each other.
That was the first time, and it happened between your visits on the island.
Animal Crossing seems like it's ripe for a anime version where it's basically the premise of Groundhog Day, but in Animal Crossing form.
You have weird movie ideas. All right, Cotton. Gates open to my wonderful island. It's also your introduction, so I don't know if you need to pass it off to somebody. Did we do Mick yet?
Nope.
Yeah, we covered me. I'm a hyena.
I thought Mick started and passed it to Connor, and Connor passed it to Shay.
Yeah. All we need to know is hyena is my spirit animal, and we went to Connor. We're good.
Have we've fully gone around then? Everybody's kung fu fought? Okay.
Seems so. That was the round.
This is my bacon. Get away.
Someone trying to steal your bacon, bro?
The dog.
I'm stuck because I don't want to say bad dog, but I also don't want to give away that bacon for free.
Yeah, right. Last time we gave the dog bacon, terrible fart. So he is.
I mean, that has nothing to do with it. It's just You should be the one consuming that bacon. Friends, previously on the show, there was a lot of fighting that went surprisingly fast. Now, the party is split. Some people want MeaThead to do some crazy stuff. Other people, like Tara, are leaving. Other people, like Echo, don't have any idea what's going on. Other people, like Wynn, are currently half inside a large spectral ghost monster that has a giant sword and is stabbing people.
Stabbing people really good too.
Yeah, it's actually super annoying.
Yeah, the thing is,
baller.
I have been so excited since we started this battle to cast that spell right at that door.
Save us all.
Well, I was wondering if they were going to start running, that's when I was going to cast it, so that if they would try to go through the door, they would get, their butts kicked.
It seems like such a shame to waste it by running away.
I mean,
it will end when it hits another person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's almost out.
Sojin, you are poisoned.
What's the effects of the poison?
That's a great question that I will answer for you momentarily.
You have disadvantage on skill checks, right? And actions.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah. It's bad stuff.
True that it's not great.
It ain't good.
Some people have some skills that could help with that.
Who would that be?
I mean, it's not my turn. I cannot say such things.
But you could tease it, huh?
Well, he ain't from Missouri. That's all I know.
I know 2 people that can help, and one of those people can no longer help with it.
Well, I mean, everyone knows I'm poisoned, or no one knows I'm poisoned?
You haven't said anything.
You have very obvious poisoning marks.
All right, then. So Sanjin turns to the group and like, we need to make a decision. Are we staying or going?
I think Sojin, as the top of the initiative order, this group has seen him act first seemingly every 6 seconds. Feels like he has a pretty good feel for the battlefield and what's going on, and MeaThead would be prepared to follow his lead, whatever that is.
Of course.
Because I'll tell you, I'm kind of inclined to stick around.
Of course, why not?
Yeah. But I'm 25% of the vote. Or now we got 50%.
But you get to vote first, so...
Yeah.
So what does Sonjin do to indicate this?
I don't think Sanjin's going to do anything at this point because I can't think of anything to do.
MeaThead, what do you want to do? You hear Sanjin call out a question and then just kind of stand still.
I'm gonna say, I don't like being stabbed, and then I'm gonna run across the hall. Wait, no, I'm moving the cube, not myself. Select me.
I will remove the cube from you.
Oh, do I need to roll some? Is the cube a thing I need to roll for?
No, the cube is Wynn's held action.
Okay. So I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Wait, did I do that right? 5, 10, 15, 25. Yeah. 25. That's what I was doing wrong.
Okay, and just remember, you are also poisoned.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yep. Also
poisoned.
Wynn, your held action web. Would you like to use your reaction to cast it?
Yes.
Very well. The web springs into effect. What does this look like? I mean, are we talking a literal spider web? Are we talking like Ghostbusters, icky green goo everywhere? Are we talking weird sticky chains hanging from the ceiling? Are we talking Full Metal Alchemist style, little black arms reaching up from the ground like, I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab you.
Is it just a bunch of vultures circling around waiting for their time to swoop?
Spectral vultures. Wow, that would be a really cool spell. Winds spectral vultures.
That would be cool.
It's like Widowghast ball of fire.
I like the idea of them being little sort of black creatures with eyeballs, like white eyeballs, kind of like the in Spirited Away, those little the dust ball guys, and they would grab things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta make it weird. All right.
What? How is that weird? Anyway, fine.
You're saying little eyeball creatures grabbing people?
Yeah,
is
but
it
they're
weird?
Cute. They're cute. Hey, you seen Spirited Away, right?
I have seen it like a decade ago, man.
They're like little. Okay, I'll draw.
I'm about to ruin the end of Spirited Away. Isn't it just like they're like, which one of these pigs are your parents? That movie?
They're like little fluffy sit balls with eyeballs.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're
not
like this
recall
big.
what you're talking about. The only thing
Yeah,
I
they carry
remember
her
about that
shoes
movie
to
is the
her.
last scene. Every single one of these Miyazaki movies, they're always like, I'm the evil witch. And then like 2/3 of the way through the movie, the evil witch is just like, I guess I'm on your team now. Your heart and your friendship and kindness has made me flip sides. It happened in Howl's Moving Castle. It happened in Spirited Away. I mean, come on, Miyazaki. You gotta keep evil witches witching again. Like, you can't just have them flipping sides. This ain't no Ursula situation.
I think I've only ever seen Spirited Away and Ponyo, and it's been a while for both of those.
Listen, if you haven't seen either the dub of Princess Mononoke is, simply put, the greatest dub of the 20th and 21st century. All right, they got Billy Bob Thornton. They got Scully from X-Files. They had an incredible voice cast of people who had never done any animation work, and it worked. Holy shit! Princess Mononoke is literally one of the top 10 movies of all time. Even Roger and Ebert was like, you know, I don't like animated movies. I'm not into this kid stuff, but this is a really fucking good. Anyway,
I walked into my wife watching Graveyard of the Fireflies, and I was like, "Oh
man.
hell no! I'm getting out of here."
Yeah, well, like, was it just a wave of tears?
I mean, I was like, "You're gonna be crying by the end of this." She's like, "Nope, I'm fine. I'm doing it. I'm fine." And she was fine, apparently. At least that's what she said. I guess because she's seen it already. So once you've seen it once.
Cotton, are you done hanging out in AP Town?
I'm leaving.
Okay, when you're done, I'm going to close the game up. Which reminds me that it is now Gizmo Rumplestomp's turn.
I didn't finish my turn.
Yeah, I don't think I finished my turn either.
It wasn't either of your turns.
It was MeaThead's turn.
MeaThead moved. Is he going to do anything else?
Well, I don't know. I was never asked. But yes, I am.
Also, Connor, wasn't your fucking turn. I asked you if you wanted to take your reaction held action. That's all you get to do.
I thought Nope. Okay. I thought his turn was over.
No, I also thought his turn was over. I didn't know he had to do. Mick, my apologies, please.
You know what? I don't even want to play anymore. That's how you guys feel. No, so for my action, for my 6 seconds of talking while running, I'm going to scream as I run across the hall, and then I'm going to say,
catchphrase.
Guys, I think we're done here for the day. Let's head out. But then I'm gonna hold an action to attack while everyone else retreats. And so if I see an enemy figure in the door, I'm gonna attack.
It's now your turn.
Okay, so based on Gizmo's...
Do I roll to try and shrug off the poison, or is that just with me until I'm cured of it?
It's with you until you're cured of it.
Okay.
So does Gizmo, since he disarmed the trap before, does he kind of know if setting the trap is a one action type event, or does it take more time than that to reset it?
It's a great question. I think that you automatically know that you can set this trap right now with like 3 turns worth of work, you can use the floor mechanisms to reactivate it so that the block will come crashing down the next time someone steps through the doorway.
All right. So he'll start that process then, and I'll tell everyone, clear the drop zone. I'm going to reset the trap until we decide otherwise.
Okay. Can I have you make a Thieves Tools kit with dexterity proficiency check real quick?
Yeah.
Good.
What kind of weapon is MeaThead using?
He has 2 short swords.
Okay. So you're going to be Naruto running across the
while screaming. Ah! He's charging his power for his next attack. Oh yeah. Is that real?
That's real. I got like
plus 11?
Yep.
Damn. What the
I've got Wait, let me make sure I got this right then. So I got the Thieves Tools.
Right, you have Thieves Tools proficiency plus your dexterity.
Well, I've got expertise on Thieves Tools.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. You can actually reactivate it this turn.
It's almost like we're level 7.
Listen to this guy bragging about being level 7. Jesus.
I mean,
all right, so since I can do it on this turn, I'll tell everyone, get the heck out of the drop zone, just in case. Now we know the trigger,
so now
right?
You have to be somewhere in the drop zone to do this.
So is the trigger under Ashe?
The trigger is under Ashe, correct.
Okay, then as long as Ashe moves, we're safe.
Correct.
All right, so he'll call out to Ashe, step off that space. I'm going to rearm the trap. No one else go in that space.
So you can stand next to Ashe and basically like wait until he steps off and then activate the trap.
Okay.
Buttercup. Gizmo's no longer riding you. Very sad.
So were we running or were we staying? I am confused.
Now, am I able to grab Ashe and pull him off his step?
No.
Okay.
You told Ashe to move, right?
I did tell him to move, but
Can I pick up Ashe and throw him?
Ashe, do you allow yourself to be picked up and thrown?
No.
Okay. You can attempt it by making opposed athletics strength checks.
Okay.
Ashe just won't let somebody just manhandle him like that automatically. I mean, he's ready to go when he's ready to go. He's still holding his action.
That's the only thing Buttercup knows is going on right now is that he's supposed to move.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying what his reaction is.
That is fair. That's a fair reaction. I don't think I'd want a stranger picking me up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the worst thing that's happened to Fullborg.
It's also
for that.
It'll also be the second time Buttercup manhandled Ashe.
Is it?
Yeah. I think one time before, but Buttercup, because I think Buttercup wanted to see if Ashe could ride her, right? Like Gizmo.
Oh, and I try to buck him off.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's get that athletics roll.
Sorry, I was looking it up.
Buttercup. Oh, okay. Ashe, you're standing there. I'm assuming you got sword and shield at the ready. You're looking at little puffy, cute monsters show up. You're like, okay, I'm ready to do this. And then you just get whoop, whoop. You're like, no, stop! No, don't do it! As this happens, Gizmo Rumplestomp activates the trap. And you know that if anyone steps into that one specific square, the giant green box will fall down of a massive block, which you've seen happen before, I think.
Can I move?
Yes.
Does it block the door?
Yes, it does.
All right.
MeaThead's like, what if I step on it and then jump out of the way?
I mean, MeaThead's not the one thinking of sacrificing himself so that the others can escape.
She drops Ashe off and she goes, "I've helped you," and she'll pat him on the head and then walk over here.
Ashe just crosses his arms like.
Yeah, you're still in the green.
What's the green mean?
It's
the trap
the danger
could fall
zone.
on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Indeed. Whose turn is that next? Is that Lyra next?
It is Lyra next.
Or no?
No, it's Tara. She
Tara?
disappears down to the waiting horses and hops on Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Does Echo allow for this?
Echo knows that she was part of the group, but she.
I mean, you could telepathically communicate with Echo, so.
Yeah, but Echo knows that. I mean, they haven't left yet, so Echo's not moving anywhere.
So Echo communicates with you. Echo goes like this: "Hey, that scrawny little girl just jumped on me."
Okay, we'll be out soon. Don't worry, Echo.
But she keeps saying that I should run away.
You can wait for us. There's no rush.
All right,
we're safe.
We get Echo trotting in a circle and swishing the horsehair tail back and forth. As Tara is just like, "No, we got to get out of here. That way. No, you stupid horse. I thought you were a magical beast." Tara?
Lyra is going to hold her action to leave if everybody else starts to leave.
You cannot hold a move action.
Dang it. Are we staying or leaving?
I say we're going.
MeaThead says, "We're getting out of here."
All right.
Okay.
We'll come back to finish this lot off soon.
All right.
She'll go here. Actually, I want to stay here to see if wait and make sure that everybody gets through the door.
When?
Wynn will proceed to make her exit.
Okay. Ashe Heiral.
And Ashe, after being manhandled, is a little bit grumpy, but he's also prepared to let's go. We'll be back for them later.
Okay. Is everyone in agreement that you're leaving and no one is staying or doing anything weird? Nick?
Hold on.
Yeah, I am holding.
Nope. We're all leaving.
Okay. As you all make it outside into the tunnelway, you can hear more shouting, but no one seems to be following you, and the shouts slowly fade. Are you drawing yourself getting lifted?
I'm drawing Ashe getting lifted, yeah.
Oh, boy.
As MeaThead's running across the hallway.
As you all take a few moments to breathe, out of the darkness comes a full orc. He's got a necklace of like fangs and seashells all on a string. He sees MeaThead as he approaches and is like, "Oh, yo, bros, check it out. We got MeaThead here. All right, let's all do subs out for MeaThead. Let's slay." All right, on today's Let's Slay, we're going to interview MeaThead. Look at this loser. He doesn't even have his glass on. Yo, what's up, MeaThead? Is this your... I didn't hear you were working with a group now. Weak.
Hey man,
As he
good
says
glass
that,
is good glass. Listen,
He's resheathing his falchion and scimitar combination. Shh.
the guys I just rolled with today is a top-notch team of elite dungeoners. I've never seen a group as effective as this in a combat situation, and I'm pretty sure we could murder all you dumbasses right here and right now, and no one would be sad to see you go. So, are you ready for this? And
I
me and
mean,
you will pull these short
yeah,
swords
he
back out.
redraws his swords. He's like, you want a duel, bro? PvP me? 1v1? My audience versus your audience? Let's throw down, man. I'm going to put my bank account behind it.
Yeah, man, let's do this.
Are you sure you want to do
Okay,
this?
Lunger.
I want to remind you, you are injured and you're poisoned.
Poisoned.
Are you sure you want to enter into a 1v1 duel?
How far are we from the base? Are we just outside
6
of it?
hours. You're just outside of Baco.
Town? Okay.
You're 6 hours from the town. This guy's approaching you moments after you've all come down.
Corsairport, right? Is Tara still there?
Yes,
'Cause she's
she's
just on the
riding
horse,
on Echo going in a circle.
Walking in circles.
Yes.
Okay, so be like, all right, man, let's do it when we get back to town. I got to finish my current contract. I'll be ready to go as soon as
He
you are.
resheathes his swords. He's like, weak. I'm not going to any town, man. I'm darkest dungeoning, bro. I'm 6 days into wandering the underworld. I don't even know where I am, man.
I mean, if you're too scared, then that's fine, dude.
You're the one that wants to go back to town, bro.
I'm not gonna walk away from a contract.
He steps
I got open
forward.
still.
He does the chest out thing. You know, what do they call it? Fuckboy? Yeah, he's totally fuckboying you. He's just like, come on, bro. You want to fight me, bro? 1v1? Right here, right now, bro. I ain't going to no town. Beanie, you don't look so good. MeaThead, you don't look so good. You lost your glass.
All right, man.
You're a little greener than normal.
If you're not scared, then look me up when you get back to town. And then
He's like,
I'm just gonna walk away.
Audience, you seeing this? This Let's Say is sponsored by this man being a bitch.
I want to walk over to Tara and hand her the key.
Okay, she's just like,
And be like,
the treasury key.
Yeah, I don't know,
I don't think I'm coming back here.
Right, but I mean, this is yours. Well, I mean, it was your dad, so it's yours. So
I
mean,
have
whatever
everything
you
else
wanna-
that was on my father's body.
Huh?
I looted him.
Where did I get the key from?
Oh, you got it off of his body. It's the only thing you didn't leave for me.
Oh, well, it's yours. Do you want it?
She's just like, yes, I will take the key.
Then I'll give her the key.
Okay. Your boy Let's Slay moves along, heading not towards the town, but deeper into the Underdark.
So Gizmo turned to MeaThead. It's like, is that a competitor of yours?
Right when you were talking, you hear a slamming noise, like a 15 by 15 foot rock dropping from the ceiling.
Oops, I guess they entered.
I feel like is accurate. Competitor. I mean, let's not give him more credit than he deserved.
Is his audience as big as yours or larger?
I don't know. Do I know that?
I'll let you make this up out of whole cloth.
I'm gonna say, listen, all right. Numbers don't tell the whole story. There's a quality to the storytelling.
So he's got a bigger audience. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for that answer. Understood. Yeah.
I mean,
Wow, that's so
listen,
painful
I don't
to listen
stoop to gimmicks.
One day we'll have to watch one of these glasses. I've never seen it before.
Oh, what's the name of my hometown? Shit, I forgot. Let me look it up.
I'm very curious to see that glass again. If I can take
I think it's missing.
study
I
that
think
for a little while.
It's
I
missing.
think Blackhand took it.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, my glasses. Yeah, my glasses down there. But you know what? I'll just head home. It's not the first glass I lost. You know, they're expensive, but whatever. Are we heading back to town? I can tell you guys about it on the way.
yes, I suppose we'll recuperate and then we'll maybe Sally again. We still have to clean up the whole dungeon as we've promised the Marquis magistrate person.
One of those words was correct. Yes. We got
person.
Oh, Mirfolda. Yeah. If you guys are ever in Mirfolda, look me up. I'll get you tickets, front row seats, all, snacks paid for. You'll get the whole show.
So
I suppose
we're heading back to town.
Yeah. And we're going to be making our way, I assume, to an inn.
And then this is a road, right?
Wait, are we going back to
Corsairport,
Corsairport, or are we still going to
No, we're going back to Bateau.
Drowtown.
Yeah,
Drowtown.
All right. Let's go back to Drowtown.
So, I suppose we're going to bunk down into our inn.
Oh, before you make it there.
Okay.
Lyra, this whole time, you have been using spider goggles in order to see using dark vision. Right as you reach the edge of the Underdark, you no longer need your spider goggles.
I'll take them off.
For the rest of you, all of you notice that Lyra now actually has 8 segmented spider eyes in each eye socket.
Lyra?
What happened?
That's a pretty sweet upgrade. I'm not going to lie. I mean, now having that ability, you're not going to regret that.
So is there any reflective object? I guess I have a mirror in my pack. Let me check for that.
I have to ask, is it on your character sheet?
I'm checking my character sheet.
I mean, you all have armor and swords. You can find something relatively reflective. Lyra, your eyes work differently. You're now realizing you're pulling in light from more angles. You have more images, and more importantly, you have dark vision now.
Hooray!
Yeah, I suppose the only thing that Ashe might have is his shield, which I suppose, given probably his styling, he might be pretty reflective, and so he'll show Lyra her reflection.
Gizmo, what did your goggles do?
I didn't do that.
You did.
All I did was give it the ability to see in the dark.
How do I fix this?
I don't know. We're going to have to go find out what happened. It must be something. It must be something about the goggles. Yeah, it must be something about the goggles that we weren't aware of.
It is pretty strange looking, but you do get to see in the dark. I mean, you can see better, right?
She just looks grumpy now.
So,
bring up.
Yeah.
Fulwork is going to go over to Lyra and be like, "You've taken one step closer to looking like the noble Drider. I don't know why you would want to.
I don't want to look like a Drider.
Beautiful gift. Well, I mean, give it time. I mean, after a while, who knows? You may want to."
I doubt that.
Now, I can't even remember. Where did we get these freaking goggles? From a regular shop or a magic shop?
You made them.
That's why she was yelling at you. You made them in Gamemaster.
You bought the goggles in Baco. Oh wow, this is a throwback. When did we last see this? 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, so we bought the goggles, but they were already spider looking.
Correct.
Okay, so let me see if I got something then, because let me see those goggles. We're gonna have to find out what's going on. I'm checking my spells real quick, see if I have. I do.
Do you feel all right, Lyra? Do you feel normal otherwise? Did you notice that transformation at all? Wouldn't you have felt your eyes,
No, I didn't.
physiology change?
All right, so I think as we head back, because I don't think there's much we can do here. I want to, with, who is it, Lyra? While I'm riding Lyra, can I still ride her?
Riding Buttercup?
Buttercup. While I'm riding Buttercup, can I start?
I was gonna say, you were riding Lyra and she now knows she has spider eyes and it's your fault. I don't think she's gonna let you.
Yeah, I know, right? I want to start doing identify on the goggles and see if there's something about these goggles that I didn't know about before. Are you casting it
as a ritual or?
Yeah, as a ritual.
Okay. So, what is it? 1 minute and 6 seconds later, you identify that there's nothing wrong with these goggles. Your magic imbuing them makes them regular dark vision goggles. There's nothing unusual about them.
So if Gizmo made them and there's nothing unusual, you know, how could they have transformed her?
Would you like to make a religion check?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Rumplestomp. Core stats, no skills. Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay. You know that when certain gods have favorable actions towards them performed, they may sometimes bestow upon these people who perform these actions gifts. Sometimes the gifts are ironic or symbolic of the god.
So in my identifying, can I tell if her effect happened because of the goggles or is it because of some external magic? So it's not.
I will tell you
goggles.
that you do not believe these goggles have the capability to turn a humanoid's eyes into spider eyes.
All right. So I'll tell Lyra that. It's like, you know, it's based on what I can tell. I mean, there's no residual magic in these goggles. Some other external force has affected you.
How do I get it to unaffect me?
That is a very good question. Now, from a game mechanic, is there any way to tell if she's cursed or not?
Yeah, you can cast the decursing spell on her, and if it works, then she was cursed.
So I'll discuss that with her. It's like, you know, if it's some sort of curse or gift or something, we might be able to get rid of it by canceling the curse, but I don't have that power.
I mean, if it's not the result of magic, it might be the work of the gods. I assume you sort of divulged your check to everybody.
I'm gonna say,
but I don't believe it's the work of your god, Lyra, is it? Or would you say it is? I don't know.
I don't think Wellwinds had anything to do with spiders or spider eyes that I'm aware of.
I mean, we do know there's another god on this island whose presence is well established, and that is Laos or Jitao.
It's true. You do also know that there is a spider goddess of the Underdark.
Oh, Lolth?
You say her name out loud?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
Would Fulbork know? Because Fulbork will say her name out loud.
I mean,
make a religion check. You can make a religion out of this. No, don't.
Man, it's hard to do the whole 4-eye thing with human eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fulbork definitely knows that Lolth could be behind this. This definitely.
We're like, oh, you've been blessed by Lolth. It is a rare occurrence indeed.
I want to tell you that spiders begin crawling out of MeaThead's mouth after he says her name.
No, it's Fulbork.
Oh, Fulbork gets.
I've been blessed myself. And he will also eat some of them as.
Yeah, I was going to say he definitely would eat some.
No.
She just puts the goggles back on.
If it is indeed the work of one such as she, I'm not sure if that bodes well. I wonder if there's any way we could. Are you interested in trying to get rid of this effect?
Yes.
Why don't you sleep on? I don't know.
We could try inquiring in town if maybe anyone might know.
Right around this time, the poison effect wears off of Sojin and MeaThead.
Oh, yeah,
so
thank goodness.
much better.
You're about an hour outside of the town proper. So you start running into the outer ranches where people grow cave carp and farm fungus and things like that. And they wave to you because they recognize you. Is there anything you want to do before you make your way to Black Web Hold?
Is Tara going to Black Web Hold, or do we have to go through Black Web Hold to get back to Corsairport? Because that's where she's going, right?
Yes, Tara's heading back to Corsairport.
But she wouldn't be able to head back alone. She would need someone to accompany her.
Yeah, MeaThead's going to go with her because he's got to catch his boat and get back to Mirfald.
Okay.
So MeaThead is also going back to Corsairport.
Right. But we haven't gotten there yet. I assume you want to rest in town first.
Well, that's my question. Like, do we have to go through Black Web Hold on the way to Corsairport?
Yes,
like, what are Tara's
path.
plans? MeaThead is going to talk to Tara.
Tara's going to say, well, from what I can see, it looks like you've got a choice to make. Either you're coming back to my bar or you're staying here with that shapeshifter woman.
I'm going back to Corsairport. I got a boat to catch. So I'm heading back.
That was like 2 whole episodes ago. That boat's long gone. That ship has sailed.
I mean, I gotta get out of town.
Well, you can escort me back if you'd like.
If you would accept my company, then yes, I will.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this outside world, and honestly, I think I might die on the way back. It's been an adventure.
Yeah, this kind of stuff happens a lot. If you're not really,
I'm just gonna go back to my inn with my real father.
That is an excellent call.
She turns and looks directly into the camera and says, I don't think I'm ever going on another adventure again.
All right, so as players, are we going down to one character again? Because if so,
you tell me.
Oh, that's what I wanted to know. Are we?
Yeah, I think it's sort of a little bit. It's kind of very. I mean, I find it difficult to have the 2 characters at once, and then also trying to RP them, multi-manage.
Okay, then Sanjin can go to Corsairport as well.
I mean, any extra people can still hang out in the Dark Elf town.
Yeah, he'll travel the world. He'll be back when we need him.
Sounds good.
So are we saying that we're reducing party sizes back to only 4 people for the future?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Unless how does everybody feel about that? Cotton? Nick?
Yep, I'm good. I mean, mine just left town, so yeah.
Well, you got that other character hanging in the wings too, which I'm sure I'll be happy to meet.
Listen, I want that character to appear this episode.
Hold on, I need to start working on some art. Let me change what I'm doing.
As soon as possible, actually.
Oh, man.
I'm very excited for that. Shep, did you have a preference? You're good with separating up?
I'm good either way. It's just I made the assumption that the 2 characters was more of a one-off, but if we're talking about doing 2 characters going forward, I'm perfectly happy with that.
No, I think we're going back to 4 characters.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you all make it back to Black Web Hold. Nothing has changed in your absence. In fact, the town seems to have barely noticed you. As you pull yourselves back into Key's court, Key is wandering around looking like Ashe. She's practicing saying dramatic lines like, yes, that's right. I am the Prince of Heiral.
You sound nothing like that.
Oh, I couldn't tell that wasn't you for a minute.
But that wasn't you?
Spooky.
So, Ashe, when you say that, she wanders over to you and then says, "Can I speak with you over here, Ashe?"
Sure.
She
I
positions you
just
so
got
that
in
you're
from slaying
standing next to
monsters.
a
It's
wall,
okay.
and she wall slams you so that you can't escape. She got the one leg forward. So it's you holding yourself in the corner, and she just reaches a hand up to your chin and says, "I'm Prince Ashe Heiral. Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
I mean, you're not, but that's cool, you know?
She leans in closer to you and says, "It's been very popular here over the last day."
I'm glad I could bring some brightness to this dim place.
She turns and leaves to head back into her room, passing through the curtains. After a few seconds, she returns in a new outfit, not looking like Ashe, but looking like the random Drider.
You're back. I've missed you.
Did things go well?
Oh, very well. We killed the young woman's father. We didn't get to steal his treasure. This one over here, and he points to Lyra, she murdered thousands. It was amazing. It brought me back to my youth, the glory days on the battlefield as a shield wizard.
There wasn't even thousands there.
No, don't tell the story. That's my job. There were thousands of them. We were trapped, our backs against the wall. Surely it was the end of all of us. And Lyra the brave, Lyra the strong, Lyra the magical, she saved us by herself.
The Wind's gonna sort of step up and be like, well, I think actually I did a good job there as well. I mean, we make a good team.
Yes, there were many champions, but some are more champion than others.
And what I'm trying to remember, Fulborg. Did you manage to slay anybody?
Oh, it's not my role to be a champion.
I suppose everyone should know what their place is in life.
Oh, yes,
wow.
Indeed. That is.
Wow.
That is the first lesson we learn as children. Know your place.
They was just gonna sigh, deep, heavy sigh.
Wynn is going to promptly get into her room and like try and have a bath and just relax, you know. Seek those creature comforts.
Fantastic. Right before she falls asleep, there is a knock on the column that holds the silk cover that makes up the doorway. Mm-hmm. And she hears Ashe say, "It's Key. Can I come in?"
If you must.
She comes in wearing a toga. It's got a little bit of makeup on, you know, take away that oily sheen, kind of maximize his facial structure. Lighten up the cheeks. Clear up any color under the eyes. He looks very Azamar right now.
You know, Key, I would almost think that you think I'm very superficial if you want to come in here impersonating Ashe.
Oh, this is just for practice. I've had several clients demanding that I take this form as part of our visitations.
It's sad when people just want to experience something that's not real.
Reality is what we make of it. It is the way we experience things. I think I would know that better than anyone.
And yet, you are not Ashe. Was there anything else?
She leans against the column, giving him a kind of bad boy pose with the folded arms, one knee up against the column. She says, "You know that I sort through people's thoughts and memories the longer I spend time around them."
Yeah, I've gathered that when you were interrogating me for a few days.
That's not the correct terminology. For someone with such an exactitude as yourself. Regardless, I'm here to help you. You should know if you're going to make a move on Ashe, it's got to be sooner rather than later. He is incredibly dense, just absolutely unimpeachably dense. But you have competitors now.
Whatever I do, and whatever I try and do with Ashe, I will try and get consent versus the way you go about business.
So she, as Ashe, walks towards you and goes for the wall slam again.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "I would never not get consent to do something like this."
You want to roll for some kind of like heart flutter?
Listen, that's all up to you, Connor.
I'd say it's effective, but she doesn't show it at all.
Okay.
She is, because she's very standoffish.
What? Okay.
So as Ashe, she leans in closer and says, "You know, I know, right? You've got competition, and she has a different set of assets than you, but she's just as effective."
If you know what I know, then you would have seen that fireball. I know for one, Ashe would be very impressed by that fireball.
I can see why the two of you have had so many problems over the years. I'm sorry that you're going to lose this contest. And then Ashe Key leaves.
and sort of Wynn will back up against the cupboard and kind of like do one of these like like
okay.
all the
all right, guys.
No, I think you're reading it more sexually than I'm saying. I'm saying it like she's like decompressing after a very stressful scene where she was being confronted with something that that she it's tough for her. Yeah.
See, I liked it when you were starting to go for Ashe Key too. That was pretty fun.
So next up is Ashe. You hear a knock outside of the column that you share with several of the other men. And Winky is there in her sexy Win outfit.
Having seen regular Win artwork, I feel like the default is sexy Win. Like, is there a non-sexy version?
You weren't
of
here
Win?
for that. It's plunging V neckline, traditional sexy Halloween witch look, hip exposure. I don't know what it's called when the dress has the tabard-like thing down the front.
Mercy.
Yeah, like that. Witch Mercy.
Witch Mercy? What's
Witch
that?
Mercy.
Witch Mercy?
But more plungingness.
What's Witch Mercy?
I don't know. Witch Mercy.
Witch skin for Mercy from Overwatch.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, I just jumped in. I went from Win. Now I gotta go for Dash.
Good.
I don't have the flexibility you have, AP.
Well, I just went from.
Yeah, I know. All the characters. So. Yes, Key. Yes.
I don't have much to
I'm
say
training
right now. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to let you know that several of your companions find you an object of desire, and I know you're actively ignoring them,
Can Fulborg hear this? Are we
yes,
all in the same
absolutely,
room?
yes.
Okay.
And she says, I know you're actively ignoring it, and you don't know how to handle it, but it's time for you to grow up. Your density could cause great harm to this party's cohesion. And I, in general, like some of you. And I don't want to see any of them hurt. I'm okay if you got hurt, but... She says that as Win with the most casual disdain, like a wrist roll in it. It's definitely not Win's body language at all.
Mm-hmm. So Ashe is in the middle of doing a set of like push-ups and squats and all that sort of thing. and he's not going to stop. He's like, look, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. But, and I hear what you're saying, but there are other, I'm here to complete a mission. I can think about other things in their own place, in their own time, but right now there's bigger priorities.
Like my muscles.
Right.
So,
like hitting 225 on a squat.
she says, you would prioritize a few extra muscle movements over the emotional well-being of your comrades, of found friends and childhood friends?
I'm worried about their safety, and this is how I keep my friends safe.
She turns away from you, and she says, I thought I knew about you, but I hadn't seen how deep your cruelty runs, as she leaves.
Fulborg, who has been enjoying watching Ashe exercise, then says, she's not wrong, you know. You're a very attractive man. Could you perhaps just like grunt ever so slightly on the uplift, please?
No.
What an incredible answer.
That slight hesitation as he thought about it.
Mick, did you want to bring in your new character now?
I'm
not going to force you if you're not ready, but...
No. Do we want to do it like tonight or like in the morning after a rest?
I feel like right now is the best moment possible for it.
Yeah, no, I'm up for it. I got the sheet ready.
Okay. Why don't you describe who comes into the room?
All right, so like dodging Win or Key as she leaves, a like older kind of pockmark scarred elven woman, half elven woman. She looks, what, like, I'm not remember what the age, upper 40s equivalent for regular people.
Like 200. Yeah.
She's got short hair. She's very lean and wiry looking. Do I have that? I have the picture. Did I ever send you the picture?
You showed me a picture. I never saved anything because I don't think it was finished yet.
Yeah. But so she comes into the room, sees Ashe lifting weights, and is just, of course, Angel Boy. Jeez, do you do anything else? Do you do anything else ever? I bet you're still a virgin, aren't you? I hate you so much right now.
So are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, I'm saying it out loud.
Do I know who you are?
You've never seen this person in your life.
If you ever paid attention to people who weren't you or didn't have your face, but, whatever. I need your help.
I mean, this is a private room. You need help? Okay.
Yeah,
but
I need help.
There's no need to be insulting people.
I mean, I've never not insulted you. Our entire lives together, I have insulted you because
I don't know
what
who you
your
are.
mother did.
My mother. I mean, whatever she did, I'm sure it was right.
Oh, was it? It's right to sleep with another man's husband or another woman's husband? That's right? Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that if the relationship between them was between my father and his wife was not monogamous, that's their choice. I don't know what, like out of character, I don't know what how you want to do that, AP, in terms of like what the rules are for relationships in this world.
You're asking me, did your dad step out on your mom, on mom number one, in order to spend some time with the angels?
Right.
You tell me.
I'm gonna say.
Let me ask a question. Was mom number one? Was your stepmom dead before your dad started dating your mom? Is stepmom still in the picture? She's the queen of the country. I'm gonna let you establish this right here, Connor.
Yeah, these are good questions.
You can take your time with it. I'm about to get you a picture of what this person looks like here.
Yeah, okay. I think it's more interesting if she's still alive and he stepped out on her, but it wasn't some kind of malicious thing, or it was a deal that between Ashe's mom and the king. It was a thing to do to an end. It was sort of like a passion thing, but there was also a purpose. Right? Beyond that, I can't say right
whatever you gotta tell yourself, Ashe is dead. Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
You just told me I get to say what it is.
I know, and I'm telling you that I'm disappointed in Ashe's dad.
That's what I'm going to say too. I'm going to say whatever you got to tell yourself, angel boy. Anyway, I need your help, and it kills me that I'm here, and I need your help. But could you call your mom for me, please?
I don't call her like that. She comes and goes as she's a very powerful woman.
Yeah, she takes other people's fathers away from them. I know what her deal is. She's a bitch. But anyway, I need her help. Can you call her? Like,
I mean, I won't stand here and let you sully my mom's name.
Well, you can't stop me.
Okay, Ashe proceeds to step up to this lady and say, I could.
I'm gonna slap him in the face and be like, try it, angel boy, try it.
So I'm gonna try and dodge.
Okay, all right. This slap seems very familiar to you.
So therefore I have an advantage on dodging?
Absolutely. I'll buy that. Yeah. Make an athletics dexterity check.
Athletics, wait, what is that?
Oh, just athletic strength. Yeah, let's do that. New character whose name I won't say. Please feel free to make an athletic strength check. See how you go. You need to be a 20.
Athletics? Or wait, athletics? That's what I need to make?
Yep, athletic strength.
Okay. So...
Oh, I'm sorry, Lyra. I'm sorry, Cotton. These eyes are like I can't do these eyes. They're like.
I think you need to just abandon it, Connor.
Yeah, I think so.
Just abandon weird-eyed Lyra.
I will come back to that another day when.
I'm sorry that you can't do anthropomorphic spider eyes on demand.
Whilst also doing some of the strongest role playing I've ever done.
I want to tell you exactly what happens. You go in for the slap, it's so high and it's so slow. Ashe just steps back long before it's ever going to be a problem.
Like, this body, I hate it so much.
I mean, I'm ready for this. I don't know what you expected. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Ow.
All right, I'm going to go for just a straight, unarmed strike.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You want to start some PvP?
For just a punch in the arm.
Okay. Make a an attack roll versus Ashe.
If I defend against this, can I do something where I'm doing the key push against the wall, but asexually?
I think a 16 hits you without your armor on.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, oh, come on? What are you all come on?
I don't know what my AC is without armor.
Dexterity.
It's a +1.
All right. You hit him in the arm.
So I let it go. I let it happen.
All right, and then
Yeah, you don't have a choice, Connor. Let's be clear here.
But in character, I let it happen.
Can I then flurry of blows to just slap him repeatedly on the side of the face?
Are you attempting to injure him?
No.
Or is it just to make him... all of this is very familiar to you, Ashe. This is bringing up memories of your childhood.
So what are you going to do about it, Angel Boy? What are you going to do, Angel Boy? Huh? What are you going to do?
Recall one family member who always tormented you like this. Your eldest brother, the first prince.
So do I need to make a history check?
No, you know of this person. They're your older brother. They're the half brother.
Oh, I thought this was a woman.
This is a woman.
Okay.
But yes. you recall your older brother saying and doing all of these things.
Okay. You know, does the person in front of me like look at all like that older brother? Okay.
Nope. I want to be clear here. When Mick offered to let me write the story of this character, I was like, man, I'm gonna make some weird shit.
Okay.
And Mick was like, I'm down with it. Let's roll.
I'm just slapping you in the face as long as you let me.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, I think
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Draw that.
I'm gonna try and like drop some drool into his mouth. Or no, wait, we're just still standing up, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
so. I think passionate anger strikes Ashe, and he's gonna like also attack this other person. I guess if this is bringing up childhood memories that are of bullying, I suppose he might go like actually attack or whatever. I mean, are we doing this?
I can't believe that Prince Ashe Heiral would lose himself in such a battle. How childish. Yes, you counterattack, you knock off the blows, and you slap the other person back in the face.
Like, oh,
I will not let you
you've
treat
learned
this
some
way.
things. All right, so if we're done here, can you call your mom? Seriously.
I can't call her.
Then how do we get in touch with her?
I mean, if you hang around me, she might show up. She's
I have to spend time with you? Oh my God, I think I would rather die.
I mean, you don't really necessarily have that option. I might just tell you to go away, but I'm just saying you could slink
You're
around.
not the
in the
boss
back.
of me. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the older brother. I get to tell you what to do. Do you
You're
not
the older
understand?
brother.
Like,
you're not a. You're who are you?
I'm your brother, Char. I thought you figured it out. There was this look of recognition, but I should have realized, nope, you're too dumb to realize what's going on.
Char,
This part of the character Mick made up entirely by himself.
Char, you look nothing like Char.
Yeah, I don't look anything like Char. Weird shit, man. Like, I understand on an intellectual level that we live in a land of like magic and fantasy and weird people and like strange things happen, but like they're supposed to happen to other little or less important people. They're not supposed to happen to me.
Magic happens to us all. I mean,
that sounds like such an angel thing to say. I hate you so much right now.
You are permitted your weakness. If it doesn't kill you one day.
I would like to add that Gizmo and Fullborg are both here for this.
I think Fullborg is like at that point where he's like some of the spiders he saved from earlier when they poured out of his mouth and kept in his satchel, he's kind of eating them like popcorn.
Like popcorn. I think even Gizmo will go have a spider too. I'm sorry. This is too. Hey,
they're actually crunchy and delicious.
These are pretty good.
The gifts of Lolth are many indeed.
Wait, is there a picture of this character?
Yeah.
Is it anywhere? Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
20.
We're like, so listen, I understand we may have started this wrong because, as always, you insist on acting like a child. But clearly, this is not.
You're the one who escalated this to the point
we're over that. Okay,
there was already
that's
a
happened.
physical
It's
altercation.
in the past. I need you
minutes.
to put that away for now. I need you to set that aside and be an adult for once in your life, and not an entitled brat. So,
I mean, you just
things have happened.
Went on to say that you didn't think magic would actually happen to you.
Fix the situation. Like, this is not right. And like, the one thing the women in our family have going for them are gigantic knockers, and I didn't even get that.
But you are a drastic improvement of what you used to look like.
Oh, I'm gonna try and.
You never really did take care of yourself very much, did you? I mean, that's why you're kind of a string bean.
I'm gonna try to attack him just full out now. This is escalated to a full on kerfuffle.
You are RPing like brothers. This is perfect.
I know this is the most canon shit in the world. Yeah, you 100% punch him in the face. Ashe, you just
I guess I'm gonna punch you back. I mean, at this point now we're like bro fighting.
Gizmo turned to MeaThead. Okay, 5 silver on
MeaThead's gone.
Oh yeah, this is full bork.
Full bork. Okay, so 5 silver on the newcomer.
So is this before or after our?
Oh, I'll take those odds.
Our rest.
Should we go get the others so they can enjoy the fight as well?
Can we do this as a single exchange check?
Very well. Let's have both of you roll athletics strength checks. I know, Ashe, you're a motherfucker, and you're gonna use your angelic ability to call upon double
advantage. I get advantage.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Wait. So what are we doing? What are we rolling?
Strength athletics in order to say how this fight goes.
Okay.
Rather than do damage over and over again, because I have to tell you, in a fist fight, Connor will 100% lose versus a monk.
Exactly.
I hand over my silver now.
Wow, 23.
Whoops, wrong one.
Nothing like abusing your godly powers in order to win.
Is your mom helping you again? Is your mom helping you?
So listen, this is how it goes. The punches start out real bad. You are winning. What's your name? Charkwallow. You are beating the shit out of Ashe to start out with. Like, he's got so many openings, and then there's this moment where he mouths a prayer, and some inner light glows in his eyes, and all of a sudden you go in for the punch. He's not even there. His hand wraps around your wrist, and you're in a thumb lock, and you're like, what? How's my thumb behind me? And then at that point you feel your knee get kicked in, and he just goes on and whoops your ass for like 2 minutes straight. No one gets seriously injured from this, but it is a good brotherly beatdown, right? Like, pillows get knocked around the room, furniture gets knocked over, a chair gets broken. Key, as her drow androgynous self, stands in the doorway looking at this, just like, at the end of it, you are on the ground, Charkwallow, and Ashe is above you, hand on your shoulder, ready to punch you in the face again.
Like, I would have won if you didn't always cheat and call on your mom to help you.
Fate's a bitch, isn't it, Char?
God. Fine, let me up. Jeez.
You gotta say uncle.
All right, Gizmo gives 5 silver to full bork.
Uncle.
All right, and Ashe clasps his hand and picks him up, puts his hand on the shoulder, and like sort of, accepts that this is fully over. Like, there's no resentment.
I hate you so much right now. Who's your friend? And I'll hook my thumb at Key and be like, hey, what's up? I saw Win. Is she here too? You think she's still into me? She's definitely still into me, isn't she?
As Key approaches you and says, Win has absolutely no interest in you at all.
I mean, she's been saying that for years, but I know how to read between the lines.
Yes, you were always very successful with the ladies.
Here's the thing, Ashe and Fullborg and Gizmo. You have literally never seen Key act anything less than cordially with someone. And it's not like she's upset, but her complete neutrality towards this newcomer. Key says, I am Key. Welcome to my home. I would appreciate if you didn't break things when you arrived or assault my guests.
It's fine. He's good for it. He always fixes everything. But so, which bed is mine? I also need a place to stay tonight. Is there room in here? Is there an extra bed in here?
I mean, do you have money for a bed?
There is pillows and blankets you can pull to make a bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna start making myself up a bed. But like, it actually was kind of a long trip. I'm a little exhausted, so I'm gonna head to bed for now.
But you were exhausted. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, I am. I had to walk a super long way today. You have no idea how long I had to walk. Usually there's a carriage, multiple carriages involved. Sometimes my tender buttocks will even touch the back of a horse if need be. But I am
actually... You explain yourself? Like, why do you look like this?
Do you really want this story now? Okay, so listen.
He just leaves at this point.
It's kind of a long story, but I got stabbed.
If you're going to be joining us, maybe Lyra should also hear this.
I was minding my own business. I got stabbed. Boom, here I am.
You got stabbed.
Which handout do you want to get, Connor?
Char.
Okay.
So I'm drawing her.
Okay, Lyra, Key just wordlessly directs you into the men's room.
Okay.
Where you are now part of this conversation. Buttercup is also shuffled over there as well.
Maybe just kind of looks around. What was so important?
He leaves.
I'm laying down. I'm like, hey, you guys, wait, are we all in this room together? I thought it was just my brother and these two. Is that a bugbear? Are you hanging out with a bugbear? Those things are filthy. Like we are. We have very many fleas for stacks. Would you like some? And Fullborg will pull a flea off of his body and offer it.
Buttercup goes, I have fleas sometimes too.
See? Only the best have fleas.
Lyra, this is Char, Lyra.
Hey, Lyra. What's up? How long have you known my dopey brother?
How long have I known him? How long has it been since we started the campaign? I'm not sure the timeline.
It has been something like 3 weeks. The answer to that question is... I think today is number 28, the 28th day since you've arrived.
I've known him for almost a month.
And you still hang out with him?
Yes.
That is amazing. Have all of you known him that long?
I mean...
Not quite, but...
Not quite.
A good amount of time.
Gizmo came to us a little while after Lyra and I had met up.
Wow,
we've been to
on
this island.
Have friends for so long.
I have tons of friends. I mean, if I'm not busy, I mean, I'd have more if I wasn't busy doing God's work.
Why do you always have to bring that up? Yes, you're the golden boy. You have important work to do. Destiny, blah, blah, blah. Listen, your destiny right now is to fix my current problem. That is the biggest problem you have. So the sooner we get this wrapped up, the sooner I can get out of your hair.
Do you have any evidence that it links to Aisha, to my mother?
No, but she is the most powerful person I know to whom I have any sort of connection. So I thought I would start there and see what that got me.
I mean, you could start with the court wizards at Father's Court.
I think maybe we don't let them know what's going on right now. just, you know, for reasons.
Because they did it to you?
I
mean, who'd you piss off?
Ever thought of that before, and that actually kind of rocks my world in a very uncomfortable way, and I don't like the self-realization I could be having, so I'm going to pretend like no, it was not.
I'm sorry, what's wrong with you?
I'm not supposed to look like this. I'm usually
he's not a half
very handsome, much more handsome than Ashe,
he's
much taller than Ashe.
He's not. No,
yeah. No, I definitely am. I'm not supposed to look like this old woman. Is what I'm not supposed to look like.
He doesn't even have a squat rack.
Listen, some of us are naturally gifted. I don't have to work out to maintain my beautiful physique.
Is that what that fight just showed us?
If you hadn't cheated, it would have shown us that. Yeah, always a cheater. Anyway, does anyone here, have any ideas on how I could fix this problem?
No one here knows. How could we know how to fix we don't. You got
That's
stabbed.
why I need to talk to your mom. Can you call her?
I can't. No, I can't.
Is Win here? Has Win shown up yet?
Oh, that's a good point. Sure, Win shows up.
Like, hey, Win, what's up? I remember you from the old town. Listen, this is not me. It's Char. Remember me, Char? I'm Char. This is Char.
Who?
Ouch. Well, I understand what game you're playing here. It's fine. I get it. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. You were the small, thinny one. You were the skinny one. Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, so I guess she heard what you said before, and I guess she could make a check on the whole stabbing thing and changing into a half elf.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
All right. Do.
A 20. Yes, it is entirely possible using old forbidden magics to transfer body swap with people. And so it sounds like this criminal thug transferred with the prince and is now masquerading around as a prince, while this criminal thug here is actually your brother.
So which brother is he? Like
first brother, eldest
first
prince.
brother. Oh, he's the eldest
Crown
prince.
hair.
Okay. Yeah, it's possible that it's definitely possible that someone might have done this to you.
It would have had to been incredibly powerful magics, the likes of which, like your master, that one magician from the other campaign, whose name I can't remember right now. The wizard Mardrovian.
So I definitely know that it's a body swap as opposed to a transformation.
That's correct.
Okay. So Wynn says, I mean, only someone extremely pissed off at you would have done this to you. And
everybody loves me.
I highly doubt that.
Which one said that? That sounds like a Lyra comment?
Sounds like
it was Lyra.
Yeah.
I think Buttercup is just excited about being in a new room, so she's currently snooping through everybody's stuff.
Oh, Fulborg sees Buttercup and is like, would you like some spiders?
They're very good.
You shouldn't eat spiders, they're alive.
Oh, not after you eat them, they aren't.
That's the point.
These have been in my bag for a while. I don't think there's they are. Ooh, kind of tickles as they go down. It's amazing.
Buttercup will attempt to free the spiders.
No, my snacks!
He, in her generic drow elf woman form, just kind of stands nearby, giving a knowing look, clearly exhausted of everything that's happened here, but trying to show some measure of politeness.
Be like, all right, so we've all settled what happened to me actually happened, which I already told you, so we already knew that. It's been a long day for me, so we all need to go to sleep right now. In the morning, we'll wake up with fresh eyes, fresh minds. We can head out to find Ashe's mom, who is still the most powerful person I know of, unless you have other suggestions, and we can fix this problem.
So Wynn says, you realize that it's not a godly force that has done this to you. It's magic, and therefore it'll take magic to unbind you.
Well, where do we find that magic?
I mean, clearly on this mystical island controlled by Ch'tau. Why else would you be here?
Everything is mystical. We worship Goose and Gus and Guff, and I forget all their names. Jesus, everything here is magical. Everywhere you go is magic. It's not fair that it happened to me. What's his name? Goose and Gus?
Goose and Gus.
Goose and Gus. Okay. Well, who do you guys know that could, take care of this problem?
I know no one on this island, but you are free to. I mean, I guess if everyone wants you to come, you can come with us until. Who knows? Maybe something here will help you, but your chances are better to be found with the. What's the wizard's name? EP?
Wizard Mardrovian.
Mardrovian? Yeah. Your chances are better with Mardrovian than anything to be found here.
Oh,
I need some advanced
heard of that guy. Where do I find him at?
Where does Wynn think he can be found?
You know how Charqualo? You know how Charqualo had to traverse the entire world to get here?
Mm-hmm.
Mardrovian was like 1 or 2 day travel away.
You son of a bitch rat bastard! Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I used all my money getting here, and by my money, that's a very loose definition. This body came with a couple of coins, and maybe I had to kill some people to get over here, but I'm stuck now. I can't go back immediately. What are you guys doing for money? Can I borrow a couple dollars?
I mean, brother, you can borrow something from me, but how'd you even get here? This place is fairly dangerous.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a picnic.
It's not like the people at Corsairport didn't even know where this was.
Right, but they all knew about Angel Boy, and, I managed to piece it together. And just yesterday, actually, I met some bar wench and some dumb as rocks half orc dude, and they definitely remembered you. So, I just follow on from what they said, and here I am.
And we're all better off for it.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, plan of action: hit the sack, get some sleep. Tomorrow, we, I guess bust some heads. Whatever it is you guys do for money, I take all of your cuts, and you are glad to get rid of me.
How exactly do we go about getting rid of you?
By giving me all your money so that I can buy a ticket out of here and get back to the other side of the world. It took me forever to get over here.
You sound like you're attempting to mug us.
I mean, mug is an ugly word. And it brings up some bad memories because that's how this happened. So thanks for that trauma.
You're welcome.
I just really wanted to give Mick a character he could play as himself. And we got there.
God, are all of your friends this mean?
How much do you need to get back?
I don't know, enough to travel in comfort and style back to the other side of the world. I had to kind of slum it on the way over here. I'm not used to that, man. It's not good. It's not good.
I mean, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
That's only something people like you say, for whom nothing bad has ever happened.
Nothing bad.
I've had to struggle, all right? I have really had to struggle the past month.
Yes,
and
firstborn son.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's been awful. It's been awful.
Okay, well, we're going to take out... We are currently helping out the local magister with clearing up a dungeon. How much
is that paying? How much are we getting for that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask such questions.
You didn't ask how much you were getting paid?
I want to remind you, you volunteered to do it for free without being prompted.
Right. Well, that was a confusing time.
Does anyone
It wasn't
here
that confusing. It was really straightforward.
Does anyone here know how much Ashe is getting paid to clear out this dungeon?
Key just says
Nothing.
he's not being paid anything. He volunteered to do it for free.
Oh my god. You are shitting me.
The work of, I mean, Guza and Guz likes work to be done. You gotta keep busy.
Key cuts in and says, are you looking for work? Perhaps work that either pays well or could reward you with powerful curse-breaking magical items?
Yes, that would be great.
I will speak with the Magister about arranging you further delves into the Underdark.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. See, this is help I can appreciate.
Yes, you just engender help wherever you go.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, it's her job. She is the help, is she not? That's why she's here.
Key says, I am the proprietor of this establishment, and I have allowed Ashe Heiral and friends to stay here as a favor.
Oh.
So the answer is no, Char.
Oh. Well, I mean, I won't say this isn't just a little bit embarrassing. And after a night's sleep, which again, I cannot overstate how tired I am, we'll just start over and start fresh. First impressions aren't everything.
He just leaves while you're talking.
See, she gets it. It's time for bed, people.
Let me ask, have you borrowed pillows and blankets from everybody else's sleeping place in the men's quarters?
Mostly just Ashe's pillows and blankets.
Again, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Ashe doesn't need pillows, the comforts of pillows and blankets.
Oh, of course Angel Boy doesn't.
I think Buttercup just lays on the nearest empty bed, which is Ashe's, and attempts to go to sleep there.
I think you hear snoring in the corner, and Gizmo's already fast asleep.
How can you sleep at a time like this? This is the most exciting time I've had since I found you, fellows.
And then Lyra's just going to go back to her room.
Yeah. Win will as well. And Ashe, I don't know, finds a bed somewhere or sleeps on the floor, whichever is more convenient.
I mean, all of these are sleeping on the floor. You just have an assortment of pillows and blankets with which to do your best.
Okay.
Does that mean it's Ashe? I'm sorry, it's Lyra, Win, and Buttercup together?
I think Buttercup.
No, Buttercup stayed and slept in the room. She slept in Ashe's spot.
Okay.
Fulbrook is curled up next to Buttercup.
So it's just Lyra and Win then, to be clear.
Yes.
We're gonna have a scene.
Key comes in.
Yeah, Key comes in.
And sits down and says, I just wanted to let the two of you know. I know that you're friendly competitors for the same objective. That's it. That's all I have to say. You can tell that she wanted to say more, but she just says, that's all I had to say. Have a good night.
I feel like that's not all you had to say.
She keeps walking away.
When are you having... I mean, not when. Key, are you having a bad day?
Key says, define a good day.
A good day is when you're happy for most of the day. Or at least a good part of the day.
He leaves.
I don't think happiness is a thing she pursues.
That's sad.
I wouldn't want to live here either.
I miss this guy.
I do too. I don't like the idea of staying in the Underdark, but if this is where our quest leads us, I suppose that's where it's going to take us. I mean, if you wanted to stay above ground, though, you should say so.
Well, I did come down here for a reason.
Is there a shrine to your god in this town?
There is.
Do I know about it?
Yeah, I think you must have passed it because you went to go see Terra in the Jitao Shrine.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, there is.
I mean, I don't know much about your story, but I gather that you've righted a wrong against that god. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you if you make an appearance. Perhaps
I don't know if I should make an appearance if I've been blessed by a different god.
Well, perhaps she can help you with that problem.
Perhaps.
It wasn't by your consent, as far as I can tell.
They all just like get up and walk out of the room. But she goes to find the Wellwind Temple.
Okay. There's no one in it at this hour of the night. As far as night works underneath
she'll kneel down and pray for guidance.
Do you have the guidance cantrip?
I do, but that's not what I meant.
Listen, that's exactly how it works, though.
She will...
You can cast guidance on yourself and then make a religion check with the guidance bonus.
Okay, I'll do that.
What is your prayer? What are you looking for?
She's looking for answers about what happened to her and if Wellwind is okay with it or if she needs to fix it.
Okay. Okay, make your roll and then add your guidance. I think it's like a D4 or something.
Oh, I don't have guidance. My bad.
Well, and you do have no. You're just rolling purely on religion.
14.
The gods don't speak directly to people in that way. You find yourself drawn to some of the imagery around the temple. Various inscriptions of great miracles that have been performed before and are known to these drow. One involves turning a Drider back into a drow. It's clear that such restoration magic is possible through the power. I think you're muted, but I also think you said okay.
I said okay, yeah. I'll leave the temple and go to bed.
We're getting that conorhughes version of
this
Doc.
Is yeah, the Char.
Looks like she could just walk right out of White Ash.
Yeah.
The eye patch really sells it for me, by the way, Mick. You
Yeah.
knocked it out of the park there.
Yeah, it's a good character design. I don't know why she's sweating so much.
Those are her pock marks.
Yeah,
Got a lot of
that's a
acne
sweat.
scars.
Okay.
Life on the street.
Life on the street makes for pockmarks.
Yeah, she probably, whoever used to live in that body lived only in the filthiest of rat-infested, fantasy town gutters and
having just watched The Hobbit, like 2, last night a little bit, like the first half or so. Yeah, that town was filthy as hell, and that mayor dude was awful.
Yeah, he was gross looking. That was Stephen Fry, right?
That was Stephen Fry. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Guzzling down, I believe, bullocks.
White lion testicles.
Was it white lion testicles?
No, that's... Don't worry about it.
Okay. I won't, thank you. Everything I don't have to worry about is better for me.
When you all wake up in the morning, Lyra is not there because she's still at the temple praying and meditating. Key is also not there, and her armband has been left behind.
Are there people there, like, making the place ready for breakfast?
Nope,
or is it
that's
just
something Key always did.
That's something Key always does?
Yeah, there's no breakfast ready for you.
Ashe just sort of says, I guess Key must have left to go talk to the magistrate person. Well, I suppose we can go about finding breakfast ourselves.
I suppose.
Would Key leave her armband though?
I don't know.
That's a curious thing.
That's true. I don't know the rules of this place. Have we ever seen her with it off?
You've never seen anyone without an armband to designate their rank.
All right, so where's the armband? In like the main room?
It's in her room. So this is my assumption, is that people went to look and see where breakfast was, didn't see her there, checked in with her, and found her armband sitting behind the silk sheet used as a doorway cover.
Wait, so there's no breakfast again?
It's been days since you've had a good breakfast.
How do people not eat 4 square meals a day? How is it done? I did not think it was possible. This is literally the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Today, not getting breakfast. And listen, Angel Boy, I know you love it when I say this, but like with certainty as a general statement, no doubt, ifs, ands, or buts, this moment right now, me without breakfast is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
You make your breakfast. Go ahead. Gizmo's going to take a look around the place because he doesn't think anyone would leave their armband. So he's sort of investigating around, just seeing if there's anything.
Make an investigation check.
Anything else that looks out of place.
Yeah, I guess Wynn might also draw the same conclusion. She might take a look around, see.
Are you working together or separately?
You can
together.
Always help me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make the roll and it's advantage.
Make the roll at advantage.
There comes 1, 2. Oh, it always does auto advantage. Okay.
Yep. You guys 20?
Yeah.
You notice that several things have been packed up, and most importantly, the outfits she traditionally used to impersonate Ashe have all been taken.
So Ashe is with me, so we both know that together, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, Wynn is with you. Sorry.
Yeah, and Wynn saw her in those outfits last night.
Correct.
I mean, she just said that Ashe was. She said yesterday that Ashe was her most requested, I guess, service.
Whoa! What, Angel Boy?
Angel Boy is not in there as directly. This is Wynn talking.
Oh.
So it just seems strange to me that suddenly this was left when she's been using this so often.
Well, what we know so far, she has the ability to impersonate Ashe.
But
is there any risk of her impersonating Ashe that might, bring foulness to this group or to Ashe himself?
I mean, I guess Wynn might make a check on that. I don't know.
How do you know that one of you isn't Key right now?
Hey, that's meta.
Sorry, what did you want to make a check on?
Well, I mean, of course, Wynn knows that some people may be looking in on Ashe.
Yeah, do you have any insight on if there'd be any risk to the party, perhaps?
Wynn wonders whether or not any of those things about her or anything like related to that might be at play here.
Interesting. Make an insight check.
Great. I love these rolls. Oh, that's Ashe. Okay. Sorry, I'll just make a D20.
Sure.
I don't know what my insight is. Let me just check that in a sec.
Your wisdom, unless you have proficiency in it.
Yeah, I have to. Probably not. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a 6.
The ways of Key are not easily understood.
Yeah.
And for Wynn, personally,
she
Key's
doesn't
been
like
in
Key.
her mind, but not the other way around.
Well, other than the fact that Wynn does not like Key. Yeah.
Why not? They could be best friends. Best friend.
She read her for days forcefully. That's not gonna ease off anytime soon. So as far as Wynn's concerned, I mean, her passion, her heart isn't thinking about this. She's not very worried about Key as such. But I mean, just like, yeah, okay, someone's missing, maybe. I guess we should look after her if she's actually missing. But do we have any evidence? Is there any rough or foul play?
There is no evidence of foul play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like she packed her stuff and left. But she definitely packed the outfits to, that we know she's used to imitate Ashe.
I mean, wait, she packed those? I thought she left those.
No, she packed her Ashe outfits.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, I mean, she did just say that Ashe was her most requested service. I mean, maybe she has a busy day ahead of her. But at the same time, we did pay for breakfast here.
So you're assuming she's serving her clients?
Well, but we are also one of her clients in the sense that she's taking care of us here at this place. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know either. I only know what I see, and I don't see any foul play necessarily. So you could be right. You could be right.
Is there any way of tracking her movements? I guess there's spells. I mean,
there are
spells.
I want to cut over to you, Lyra. Are there any spells that you've prayed for this morning that you wish to deploy?
I don't think I have the correct spell that I need to yet.
I see.
But I will attempt to remove curse.
Yeah. That'll work. Your eyes melt back into their normal form.
I thought you were hinting at greater restoration.
Yeah, so was I.
that would have also worked, but remove curse works as well.
So I guess she just goes back to join the group with her normal eyes.
Yeah, your normal eyes are watching you. They see your every move.
So Ashe says, you look much better there, Lyra.
Wow.
Thanks.
How do you know that this isn't Key?
Well, I don't know. Do we?
Wait,
Do you?
didn't you have spider eyes yesterday?
No, she was wearing her goggles so people wouldn't see them.
Oh.
Even to bed?
No, when she got in her room, she would have taken them off. But Wynn's already seen them, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But did she come watch the brother on brother action last night?
With
No,
goggles on.
she wasn't in the room.
She wasn't. Okay.
They were. I think it was a curse.
Oh, wonderful!
Curse.
I'm glad
one
you're
of
back.
those. I got a curse.
Okay, I'll touch him and cast remove curse.
Your magic is rebuffed. There is a curse that has lain on this creature that you're touching, and remove curse is not nearly powerful enough to do it.
You have like a very strong curse on you.
I mean, it would make sense that I would get a better curse. Like, it's just kind of what I'm owed. So, I mean, shitty, but not unexpected.
Well, at least, you're honest with yourself, I guess.
Well, it's good to take pride in people who curse you. The people who curse you. They need to be of a certain...
Right?
stature.
Exactly. Right? Like, they're not gonna spend just a dinky little curse on someone of my stature. It needs to be a good one. And it was. So, like... Am I still upset? Yes, but also, hey, I can't fault them for their work. Well done, whoever you were, you dirty rat bastard. So let's head down to this dungeon, kill some things, and get some boat fare.
Before we go, I want to talk to Key. She seemed upset last night.
Which one's Key?
Key's not here.
Did I use Key last night?
Key has packed up her things, according to what I can determine.
Do we need Key? Like, what is Key? I thought this was your group.
Key's a friend.
Oh, Key was the help.
Not the help.
I mean, she was the help, though.
So Wynn says Key owns this establishment.
So
it is by her grace that we are here
help.
and safe in the city.
Oh, do we need her, or can we just go down and like kill these things and get out of town? I take it from your silence we do in fact need her. This is getting more complicated by the moment. All right, so where do we start looking for her then?
Well, she said she was going to check in with the magistrate. We could check there.
Well, great. Let's go.
I mean, after all, that is the person she was going to ask about your quest. She was going to ask about your interest. You could simply ask the magistrate directly.
Well, yeah, then let's go. You see what I'm doing here, Ashe? I'm taking charge. I'm leading the group. That's what they expect from you as a leader. That's why you're, I forget even which number son you are, but it's not a very important one.
So Ashe was like doing his morning routine, and he was sort of like, he was half listening to the conversation, but half in his like, mindset of the routine. And because it was when you were talking to. He says, what? Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, see? That's it. You need to have more of a take charge, can-do attitude. Yeah, no wonder that Dad's so disappointed in you.
Yes, take charge, like get yourself cursed.
Hey, you know why I was cursed? Because I was in charge. They knew I was a threat.
Well, they just didn't like you.
Again, everyone likes me. Like, no one has never not liked me.
I barely know you, and I already know that's false.
You know what? I think you're just, playing hard to get. Like, listen, spend some time with me, one-on-one. We'll go kill some things together. You'll see. Everyone loves me.
No.
All right, magistrate, let's go.
Yep.
You head to the magistrate. When you arrive, the magistrate is in the middle of... How do I say this? Kuptale is extolling the virtues of his humbleness before the court, who are all politely clapping every time he stops. When you all enter, he stops and says, "My good man, Prince Ashe Heiral and companions, there seem to be fewer of you this time, and different ones. Where is Key?"
Yeah, that's what we came to talk to you about.
Who are you?
We need Key. We need to pass. I am Prince Charqualo, Prince Ashe's older brother.
So you are Ashe Heiral.
Yes, Ashe Heiral. I mean, listen, the packaging isn't everything. There's been kind of a mix-up. We're trying to get that straightened out.
Looks at him and goes, "Wait, you're a prince?
You're the brother?
Like prince?
The prince.
As in
prince
like
brother.
A male?
Yes. There's been a curse situation.
Well, I knew. Okay.
Is what's going on here. Prince, older brother, in my usual form, much more handsome. But we're here. We need a pass into the dungeon, I guess, and some means of breaking this curse if you've got one just lying around.
Pass into the dungeon?
Ashe, Kuptale turns towards you and says, "You are still the leader of this organization, correct?"
Of course.
I do not want to deal with that thing.
I understand.
It would
we don't want to deal with it
fit
either.
in well among Drow society in the Underdark. Such natural arrogance is pervasive there.
He did always have that arrogant streak. But yes, we did come.
It's called leadership qualities.
We did come here. Key has gone missing. At least as far as
when
we know.
When you say that, he begins gesturing to guards who file out of the room, and he says, "That's very unfortunate. I am hesitant to allow a shapeshifter with the ability to shift into me with my memories and that of everyone in my court to ever leave."
Well, I'm not sure if she was attempting to leave.
We will find her. You wish to continue to search the Underdark, I surmise from comments made by the older Heiral.
Yes, that is. Well, we are still going to clear out the cave of this Captain Black Hand. He's dead. You can rest assured. But there may be still a few lingering elements in his base.
I see. So you'll be returning to finish the job.
As promised.
Then why are you here?
To inquire about Key, and then also ask if you know of any curse sort of canceling artifacts that might reside in the Underdark.
I do not know of any curse canceling artifacts, but I do know of a witch who was taken by the Durgar Underlords. If you were to retrieve her, she may feel predisposed towards aiding you in your endeavors.
And that is where we're going, right?
And why did the Durgar take her?
Why did the Underlords do anything?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with their practices.
They are... He looks around the court and says, "We should continue this conversation privately."
As you please.
And it's clear he just means himself and Ashe.
Oh, okay. Ashe permits that, I guess, if people are okay with that.
So he takes you to like the kitchen hall.
Charqualo is going to follow Ashe around until forcibly directed not to.
All right, yeah, like he gestures for Ashe to join him in the kitchen, and holds a hand to stop Chark and says, "Just him.
Look, Char, it'll be all right.
I only need to speak with the leader of this organization."
Yeah, pretty sure that's going to be me.
He shuts the door to the kitchen with you on the outside.
I'm going to turn around to the group and be like, "What the hell is going on here? What
was laughing at
show is this?"
The Underlords are a topic of contention around. I must tithe to them in order to pass through their lands. They are all, I would say, insane. Others would say that their ways are incomprehensible to the minds of other mortals. They have a pattern to them sometimes. But the Underdark is madness to begin with, and even among its inhabitants, they are craven and fallen. They control its highest levels because they are weak. But they are more than powerful enough to stop caravans and convoys from Blackweb Hold. And so I must give them what they ask for. If you were to put a dent in their plans, remove one of their fortresses, free this witch, it would greatly speed up any expansion plans I had. There could be a reward for such service. We have not talked of it, Prince Ashe Heiral, but I can tell from the way that your eldest brother treats you that you are not thought of well at home. There is a place for nobles in my court who have no home to go back to. You will find, if you were to stay with us, just rewards for your service. Recognition for your deeds. Perhaps indeed it is your destiny to stay with us. You could become a part of our drow society.
I appreciate what you're offering, and may well be the case that I might be able to find something, a home like what you speak of here. But I believe my destiny lies in seeking the will of Guzenkas, and that is, so I believe, somewhere on this island. I believe more likely to be
quite under the island.
Exactly, and so I am here to help and to assist the goals that we find ourselves in alignment with. But permanent stay, I don't see as being part of that destiny.
You never know. I didn't think I would ever wind up here either.
But regarding, I mean, do you have anything that might aid us in what you are asking us to do, both for the lair of Blackhand and as well as this Duragar?
I have not asked you to take on the lair of Bartholomew Blackhand. You offered it freely. Without prompting. I was very shocked at your level of generosity.
Well, good deeds are part of what I do.
I reward good deeds when they are finished.
And indeed we will. And we'll be back after we've completed that to rest. But in the meantime, but regarding this other location.
Let us regard the other location when you have completed your good deeds and been rewarded for them.
Okay. That works for me.
He opens the door.
And Ashe exits. And when he meets up with everybody else, he's gonna divulge that information to everybody.
As you are walking through the halls, Gizmo, a number of drow elves and a Svernefblin, a deep gnome, approach you and begin speaking in several different languages. They like surround you and cut you off from the rest of the group and are making excited, hurried gestures until one of them says, have a dot. Sorry, they don't speak your language. You speak common, do you not, Gizmo Rumplestomp?
I do speak common, but one moment, please, and I'll cast comprehend languages.
Okay, you now understand everything they're all saying. He says, yes, I thought you might be capable of such magic. Our Arcanists have been going over some of your work, your drawings, and the things that you are capable of, and they're very excited to meet with you. We have brought the cream of the crop here, we understand that you have a mechanical device capable of absorbing ambient magic and releasing it in a high energy density form.
I have that ability. I tinker. Everything I do, I just tinker.
Everybody's like nodding their heads right now, like, holy shit, this is so cool.
These are the guys that took my stuff way early on, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So the Arcanist, yeah. So is anyone else around me?
There are 5 of them, and they are moving to cut you off from the group. Think of it like high school, except you're not being bullied. You're being reverse bullied.
Yeah. I go, I'll come with you, but I want to see if any of my other Arcanists from our group want to come along. We are all interested in conversing with you. And so I'll see if anyone else wants to come along.
There are no other Arcanists.
Where am I then? Where am I right now then?
So you're separated from your friend. I don't know if they're going to come back and get you, but you're separated from your friends by about 5 feet and several drow.
Do we still have our other characters? Is Buttercup here?
You tell me.
I don't know if it's okay.
You could say yes. You could say no.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think Wynn would have come because she was involved in that investigation about Key.
Were they all Snufneblins or Drow?
There are 5 drow and 1 Svirfneblin.
Okay. I think Buttercup will step over the Snufneblin and say, Gizmo, are you coming?
I would be curious. I am very curious to see what they want to talk about. So if you guys are ready to come along, let's go.
Where are we going?
They've invited me to talk to their Arcanists.
What's an Arcanist?
Does Buttercup not cast magic?
Arcanists are specifically arcane magic casters, like wizards and sorcerers.
Yeah.
That kind of deal.
Buttercup is a paladin.
Okay. So they're spellcasters. Magic. There's different ways of casting magic. I use it through devices, but they do it through study. But I always love to find out more about magic. So I'm going to go. I just offer the invitation to anyone else.
It sounds fun. I get to learn about you tiny people.
Tiny? That's okay.
Wynn will go.
I'm quite large for my race. A bit
Are you?
rotund, I would say.
You're large for you? Oh my gosh, your race must be so small. You're all so adorable.
We cannot all be as large as you, though. I would say you're like a giant compared to us.
Yes, I see that. It's because you're very small. I feel like I could step on you and squish you with my hooves.
Probably. So if we're going to go, let's go see what these Arcanists have to say.
Okay. They drag you. Is Wynn coming?
Yeah.
They drag the 3 of you with them to what can only be described not as a wizard's tower, but as a wizard's under tower. It hangs from the ceiling downwardly. So you have to, they give you little patches to put on your shoes, and you walk up the side of the walls until you're hanging upside down on the ceiling of Blackweb Hold, and then walk into the wizard's tower, where you are still walking upside down. They're excitedly gesturing at things, and they're just like, oh, what we've been working on here is amazing. We've been analyzing the shifter's abilities and attempting to infuse magic in order to do what it does. Just incredible, the breadth of experience that is capable of it. But when we saw that you had a device capable of absorbing ambient magical energy, why, that could be a breakthrough.
Perhaps, but it sounds like powerful magic.
See it?
I can do that. Why not? Let's see where this goes. So he assembles one of his artillery ones.
Okay. How does this work? Like, do you magic it up? Do you like, I'm going to say episode 1 Star Wars Pod Racer, the little pod racer bots that when you push them on the head, they whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. This one, I envision this one. So he takes out his tools. I don't know if it's the smithy tools or the tinkering tools, but I would say he draws it in 3D space, and like a 3D printer, like those modern 3D printers, it starts forming in 3D space.
Everyone, there's like all sorts of
yeah.
Buttercup tries to touch it.
It's solid wherever you touch it at as it's forming.
So, and I'm going to be showing off a little bit. So I'm going to do, you can do the tiny or the small. So I'll do the small version. So it's, I don't know, 5 feet, takes like 5 feet.
Yeah.
It's rather large compared to the tiny one.
They're all nodding at each other, and you hear one go, "Such paradigms, incredible shifting of ways of thought." Another one goes, "How did you stabilize the matrix in space?"
Well, it's all about the proposed alloys that I used. So the gadgets that I create.
Alloys, that makes sense. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Can you make it other colors?
I actually can make it other colors, and I can create it so that it has different physical appearances.
All of them are so excited about this color.
Do another one.
Color is such an important part of the magical spectrum. Yeah, another one's just like, it's modular. You're capable of altering its physical form beyond the preset memories. Incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty much up to my imagination on the physical form. Within limitations.
Where did you learn this power? Can you teach it to us?
It's a highly specialized ability. I mean, if you have people who are, how do I want to say this? Adept at mechanical constructs, then perhaps someone could be taught. But
they
you need to
in a circle and
understand.
are like, whisper, whisper, whisper. One of them comes back and says golems, and the other one goes, "No, of course not. Golems are mechanical." And then they whisper, whisper. None of us are good with mechanical things.
It may not be within your purview then to learn this type of
Can you
magic.
create a primer through which we might understand the spell forms that you make such magic with? No need for it to be delivered today, although, and you could tell when he's saying this, he's like vibrating, like, no need for it to be done today, but if you could have it done over the next few weeks, we would really appreciate it.
I think it would take some research regardless.
They are all nodding. They're like, yep, research. That's the thing we do. We're also researchers.
But I have to say this, my time is valuable, and I am working on some other projects. So what kind of recompense could I see for giving?
They all stop nodding their heads and go into master wizard mode when you say that. Right? They all smooth their robes over, excitement gone, calm faces, and one goes, "What kind of recompense are you looking for? We could offer you a look into our research. Perhaps magical items, or perhaps you prefer the glint of gold."
I am much more interested in your magic items as opposed to gold. So I'd be curious to know what your inventory is, but I'm especially curious if you have any tomes of magical research or tomes.
When you return with a document on how your spell forms and the construction of your material works, your alloys composition, we will have a tome prepared for you and a selection of unique magical items only available at Black Web Hold.
Fascinating. Okay, if I have more questions, I'll come back to you, but I can start working on that. So yes, give me a few weeks.
They all give very sage nods that belay the fact that 2 minutes ago they were all like, yep.
So if anything, and before I go, if anything occurs to you before then, let me know, because perhaps I could work a little bit more quickly, given the initiative. Not the initiative. What's the word I'm looking for? Incentive. Given proper incentive.
Okay. I want to propose something, guys. We're way past break time. I want to say maybe we wrap up tonight's session here-ish, because I don't know where we're going, but I don't have very much planned. I thought we were going to keep exploring Black Whipple or Baco, but we're nowhere near there. Is that the plan going forward?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have Baco ready for next week. My question is, are we going back to the 4-person party? If so, I'm going to do a little rearranging in there.
I mean, I will only take, I'll only be taking Charquala next week.
Thank you. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, makes sense to me. Keep it on 4-party.
You're bringing Ashe then?
Yeah.
Gizmo is coming?
Gizmo's coming. Yeah, he's the primary.
Lyra or Buttercup?
I think Lyra.
Okay.
She has more invested in this.
I hope you have digging tools to dig through a 15-foot stone block.
Could Win come for just that?
No. Let me ask you a question. Is Win capable of digging through a 15-foot stone block?
Win is capable of transforming a 15 stone block into wood and then making it movable. You just move it.
I guess maybe you want to bring Win instead of Ashe then.
I mean, that's a possibility, yeah.
You sound sad by that. You're like, ugh, but Ashe is my guy.
But
Win is just some character I invented to go save Ashe. As a joke.
Win. I like Win. It's just that, I want Ashe to get that experience.
Well, then I guess you'd better bring some pickaxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not feeling 100% uptime here, guys. But, let's do some outros. I want to thank McComicker for bringing in Charquala.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
When you said make the backstory for me, I immediately thought, how can I mess with Connor? And that means, how can I turn Connor and Mick against each other? Or more properly, how can I turn Mick against Connor? And the answer was almost immediate. I needed a little bit more time to hash out the details, but
that worked perfectly. I think, he's a great foil.
I thought it was funny.
I like how Charquala's primary purpose in life is to find Ashe's mom. Somehow she's become one of the most important people in the campaign.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Don't somehow me. That was never my intention.
Uh-huh.
You're the one who showed up and was like, all right, Arthur, as you know, Asmars get a angel that they talk to. And I'm like, what? Is that real? And you're like, yeah, read the book. And I was like,
never said
oh,
that.
shit, that is real. And you're like, so I want Ashe's mom to be a character. And I'm like, all right, okay. Well, this is literally never happened to me before, but all right. It's like Cotton showing up and being like, I've got a bloople? And I'm like, a what? And she's like, yeah, bloople. And I'm like, that's not a weapon. I looked it up. You bloople. You're a weapon.
That's right. What does that look like?
It's a spear with a sword tied to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Clear
you
glaive.
blooples. That is not the name of the weapon, by the way.
It's like a ukulele, something like that.
Ukulele.
No.
McComicker. Let's start with your outro, buddy.
I'm McComicker. I specialize in the most obnoxious of obnoxious characters.
Yeah.
And the one time I tried to play someone who was moderately competent, I wanted to get rid of them almost immediately, and I regretted it from the word go. I feel much more at home with Charquala.
Excellent.
My spirit animal is a hyena, and I prefer mozzarella cheese on my spaghetti and nothing else.
That is a bold statement, actually. You don't think cheddar or Parmesan would be a more suitable, traditional, and delicious taste?
I mean, I will dabble with the Parmesan, but the mozzarella is the go-to. Cheddar, get out of here with that nonsense.
Also, no tomato? Are you saying no tomato also?
I mean, it already has sauce on it. Why would I add more tomato on top of it?
You know that most of the sauces come with cheeses in them.
Not if you get Kraft spaghetti in a box, which is the highest form of spaghetti in the world.
Wait, that's a thing?
This is
Kraft spaghetti
weird,
in a box? Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, it is delicious.
And
I used to think I liked spaghetti, but I don't. I like Kraft spaghetti. Any other spaghetti I've had, I've never liked it.
Cotton is like Amazon.com/Kraft spaghetti.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, I like normal spaghetti.
No, they have
it's Kraft spaghetti.
Yeah,
tangy
listen,
Italian.
Kraft has a wide variety of non-mac and cheese products.
Wow.
On the other hand, the fact that their mac and cheese takes like a whole stick of butter makes it a very popular item.
I do like Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's because it's literally a whole stick of butter and a shit ton of sugar.
You know what? Never mind.
Please go ahead.
I like to add more butter.
Yeah, of course you do.
Gotta do it the Nebraska way. Two sticks of butter, otherwise it's not good.
I know. And you know what? I'm going to say this. You seem like the kind of person that when you do the corn cob, you do one thing around with the butter and then you do a whole nother round. Just make sure you got every kernel shined in.
Gotta make sure every kernel is touching.
Every crack and crevice.
Yeah, listen, I know more about your food and dietary process than I believe I want to know about anyone's food and dietary process.
I think that's why he's so concerned for your health.
Oh, you know, my health is fine. You can even ask Pondo.
The last time I asked Pondo, he said, "You're sleeping."
My health is always fine. I am the picture perfect of health, and it's due to my amazing dietary.
I can believe it. As a fellow Midwesterner, our diets are top notch. Cannot be.
My dad has amazing cholesterol, even though he's had a few strokes, and he used to eat a sandwich every day that he called like the Mitch, because that's his name, and it was a bagel sandwich, but he substituted the bagel for 2 pieces of Texas toast that he covered in butter and a pound of bacon and cream cheese and
put
sausage.
A pound of bacon on a sandwich?
Yes.
Jeez.
A pound?
My dad is...
And he ate that every day?
Every day.
Holy
and he still had good cholesterol.
Jesus Christ.
When you say he had good cholesterol, you mean a high number, right?
No, I mean his cholesterol was actually good. It was better than my mom's. He had good cholesterol, and the doctors were like,
how much grease must you have been going through cooking a pound of bacon every single day?
Well, he ordered it, so someone else had to cook it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, food cholesterol isn't necessarily heart cholesterol, so there you go.
Thanks for that, Dr. Conorhughes.
You're welcome. Always happy to drop those things, those down.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about going and getting a Monte Cristo tomorrow, but now I'm so disgusted I can't do it.
I can't eat those anymore. I used to love them.
I know. I'm so old.
I think I've only had one. I wasn't impressed at the time, but you can always have a bad sandwich.
I mean, Monte Cristo is specific to people that like that kind of thing, especially if you get that nice powdered sugar covering on the top of it. You know, just a dash.
On a sandwich?
Yeah, on a Monte Cristo. That's traditional. Oh, Connor, if you know nothing about sandwiches.
Yeah,
I don't know about sugar.
That dismissive.
Yeah, you don't know anything. Listen, if
that.
you don't know about Monte Cristo, you have no knowledge of sandwiches. You seem like the kind of person that knows about hamburgers and ham and cheese, and that might be it.
The Midwestern diet is mainly meat and potatoes and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And corn. That's a thing.
Because we like to see in our poop what we just had for dinner that night.
Thanks for that. Twitch.tv/McComicker, everybody. Connor, I want to say this. If you have never looked at all the different types of croque monsieur, you've never lived on the edge of ham and cheese. The French have so many different versions of ham and cheeses. But let me stop you there. You live in New Jersey. How have you never had a Cuban?
I mean, I've had a Cuban, I think. I don't know. I'm not really like that food focused.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that.
But I mean, Instagram and YouTube has definitely opened my eyes to what people could do with butter. Like
you remember that one recipe where they put eight sticks of butter and shaped it around a chicken?
Yeah,
oh my god, that's disgusting. It's so
I know a
fucking
recipe where they get like a whole bowl of butter and then they like separate the chicken skin from the chicken and shove it right there.
That's normal, actually.
And it's
that's
super
pretty
good.
traditional.
It's yummy. It's also about 8 sticks of butter. It's just different.
Paula Dean out here destroying America. You know, speaking of people who are destroying America, just a follow up from Mick's outro, Connor Hughes.
Hey, everybody. My name is Connor Hughes. You can catch me at twitch.tv/ConnorHughes. As soon as I can get over this stomach thing, I'll be back online. So check us out. We have a Kickstarter going on right now. If you haven't seen it, it's going amazing. But please check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I made sure that I'm... listen, when you go back to that name section, Apgamingreal is going to be pretty close to the front of that because
you are.
A is alphabetically quite close.
Quite close. I mean, you do have the people that use symbols, and they get ahead of you. So keep that in mind.
I can't accommodate people with no taste. You can't hold me responsible for their actions.
I'm not going to make any kind of judgments on any of our backers.
I'm making judgments right now.
Yes, I suppose you do. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. Rob, what's going on with you?
Hi, so I'm robSHEPart. I'll be streaming later since we're ending so early tonight. I'll be drawing a new D&D character commission. It's a bugbear shadow monk.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And that's it. Who's left? AP? Was I last?
Cotton,
Cotton, did you go? Cotton, it's all you then.
I'm Cotton. I doodle and stuff. You can find me on AP's Tuesday night shows, his Thursday night shows, and his tabletop vlogs when it's released on YouTube. I'm also on Sunday night for Ponder the Match channel for a Gestalt game. That's it.
that's what we got. Tonight was, how do I say this? Zany? Would that be appropriate? Well, I'm getting
Sounds
nothing.
good.
Everybody's too busy drawing. Okay.
I feel like zany is, zany works.
No, I mean, listen, when I make these things up, I don't want to hear that it works. I want to blow you away with how good it was. All right. Zany is clearly not the word that...
I mean, you got us to an okay.
I like the name Zany, the word Zany.
All right. I didn't feel enthusiasm towards describing the session. Things happened this session. Things that I anticipated, things I didn't anticipate. We'll be back next week. Is everybody good next week?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll be back next week to take another look at Black Web Hold. At Baco. Where we have continuously failed to make anything more than the first 2 rooms. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night.